I quit my business right as it started working, and not because it wasn't growing fast enough or because I was burnt out, but because I felt like God was telling me to stop. And trust me, I know how that sounds, but I just want to tell you the full story because I feel like there's a lot of people who are going through the same pressure that I was, where you're trying to build something, you're trying to grow something, but there's a voice in the back of your head questioning if this is who you really are. So a little bit of context, I'm 20 years old, I'm from Miami, I'm studying finance and marketing, and I run a marketing agency with my girlfriend of 4 years. I'm not here to tell you I've made millions of dollars because I haven't. Rather, I'm in the middle of building something, probably like a lot of you guys are. And I think that's actually more useful than hearing from someone who got successful 10 years ago, even though their strategy got patched a while ago. I grew up around Christianity, but it didn't really mean anything to me. It was just something I could debate against, but when it did become real to me, it did so really quickly. And almost immediately after becoming Christian, I ran into this problem that I don't think gets talked about enough. When you become Christian and you're ambitious, and I mean really ambitious, not like I just want a nicer life, there's this voice in the back of your head that just starts creeping in. It's like a doubt in your mind questioning if making money is okay, if having a business is okay, should I just give away everything and live a simple life? And I didn't have anyone in my life who had figured that out already. All the business content that I was watching was completely secular, and all the Christian content that I was watching didn't really have anything to do with business. So after a while not knowing what to do, I just decided to ignore it and keep going with my business. And my business was actually doing pretty good. I mean, for a 20-year-old, no experience, starting from scratch, it was doing a lot better than I can imagine, and I could quit my job and just focus on my business. And that's exactly when something fell apart inside of me. I was about 2 months into my faith, and I was still figuring everything out, and I was still learning everything for the first time. And I remember sitting down one day and realizing that money was my idol. Completely. Everything I was doing, every decision I was making, the reason I woke up in the morning, it was all pointed towards money and how I can make more of it. But I tried to ignore it and I just kept going, and I told myself I can balance both, that I could be a Christian motivated by money and that I didn't really have to change anything. But after a while, I had this feeling that was new to me at the time, making me feel like what I was doing was wrong. Not illegal or anything, but I was feeling conviction from God because I knew I was choosing money over him. So I stopped. I got a regular job again. I put my business on the back burner. For 3 months, I just worked. I went to church, I hung out with my girlfriend, I got closer with my family, and I was really trying to figure out who I am outside of the business. And those 3 months were some of the most important times of my life. After those 3 months, it was time for me to go back, and not because I had figured everything out, but because I realized something shifted in me as to why I wanted a business. And the thing I learned, which is the reason I'm making this video, is that it's not about what I was doing, it's about who I was doing it for. Building a business is not a sin, being ambitious is not a sin, and making money is not a sin. But the question is, what's at the center of it all? What's driving you to do it, and what are you worshiping through your work? And when I came back, I did so with a completely different why. I want to grow this business for my future family, for my girlfriend who's been with me since the start, for the people I can one day help and hire, and for other young people who are trying to build something but don't want to lose themselves while doing it. And that changed everything for me because I feel like I have a better foundation of where to go now. So here's why I'm making this channel. I feel like there's a huge gap between the business world and the faith world, and no one's sitting in the middle of it being honest. And I don't just mean putting a Bible verse in your captions or saying thank you God every time you make $1 million. I mean actually talking about what it looks like when your faith is real and your ambition is real and they're both pulling on you to do more. I'm 20 years old, I go to school, I have a girlfriend, I run a business, and I believe in Jesus, and that's what this channel is going to be about. It's about business, it's about money, it's about God. It's about how to do all those things together and make a better world at the end. If that's something you're interested in, I'd appreciate if you subscribe. And if this video meant anything to you, I'd appreciate if you shared it with a friend or left a comment and let me know what other topics you'd like me to talk about. God bless you.